Hello Minecrafters, and welcome to episode 36 of our Direwolf 20 Let's Play series. Last episode we were working on blood magic, and I have been doing a considerable amount of villager slaying since then. A lot of it, and you'll see what I'm talking about shortly. But real quick, I wanted to just show a couple of things that I have figured out on Applied Energistics that I thought was kind of cool. We've got auto crafting set up for like a piston. If you go up here and scroll down, there it is. We've got it in interface R2, which should be that one right there, I believe. And so we can autocraft the piston, like so. Now, there's another kind of cool thing you can do is whenever you click on it, if you hold the shift, it'll turn from next to start, and that will send you straight into crafting it. And if I'm not mistaken, if it's in there, instead of pulling this one out to then craft it, you can middle click and it'll go straight to here, and then you can shift click and that will start it. And so there we've got two. But another thing I have run into is there's a lot of times that I don't want to have to sit here and wait, or things like a stick or something that I use a lot. I don't want to be in the middle of making something and then have to switch over to autocraft it or whatever. So one of the things that I did finally figure out is how to keep a stock of things. And so what I've got here is I've got an ME interface and a ME storage bus. Now you can take the ME interface. Oh, I need one more thing. I need my tool. I think it's what I need. Because if I'm not mistaken, nope, those are just crafting card. Well, crafting. Yeah, I think that's the one I need. Yeah. So if you come over here and just right click on it, you can take and right click, and that'll put 1 or 2 or 3 or however many you want to do. So let's say if I want to keep 32 pistons at all times, we can put that one there and that one there, and you can see it holds them. Well, the cool thing is if I put a crafting card in here, it should start to make them. And what that will do is it will fill this interface with the number that I have preset here. And that's how you use the interface part of this. Now you can do that and send it to, Buildcraft or whatever. But if you put a storage bus on the other side of it, what happens is then you still have access to it. So I show 32 pistons here. So if I take half of them, you'll see they automatically start to go back up to that number that's preset. And so I like how you're able to do that. So that's one thing I wanted to show you. Another thing, the QED. I have tried and tried and tried to automate this thing, and apparently you can't. What you can do is once something is crafted, you can automatically extract it, but you cannot get it to, you can't get things to insert into it, at least as far as I've been able to find. As the things I've tried, what I've read, I've read through forums, I've read through Reddit, cannot find a way to do it. If there is one out there, I'm not aware of it. But what I did do was I set up an interface to put the items in the chest. So now whenever I try and craft the transfer node for energy or a magnum torch, when I try to autocraft that, instead of trying to put it in this, it's going to spit them in this box. And then I can come over here to the chest, grab them out, throw them in here, put them the way they're supposed to go. And then as they craft, my Ender IO conduit back there will extract them and insert them back into this interface. Well, since there's nothing here calling for that item, when it inputs it into this interface, it'll just send it straight on into the ME network or the AE network. And so then it's kind of a halfway shortcut. Well, not really a shortcut, but it kind of automates it, but kind of doesn't. It separates everything out so you can automatically pull the things out of your AE system that you need. You just have to manually come over here and place them in there. So now on to our blood altar. Like I said, I have killed and killed and killed many villagers and was able to get up to the 5th level and upgrade the capacity. This is actually 2nd level runes here. I was going to upgrade the speed runes to the 2nd level one, but I had to stop. I've got, let's see, I can never remember which one of these is. I think it's this one's the 4th one, but anyways, the 5th one, and is it that one? Yeah, Demon Blood Shard. I haven't gotten to this yet, so that is where I'm at. I'm probably going to stop for now, and the reason is I have found that Thaumcraft works really well in conjunction with the Blood Altar and Blood Magic. As you can see, my current essence is 815,000. I don't have it quite full yet. I've got a capacity of 75,000, a little more than 75,000 in the altar now with all the runes that I've done. I've started doing a few runes of dislocation because I'm wanting to toy around with extracting the liquid out. I want to play around with that once I can get it sped up fast enough to where it's worth it. But I'm in the process. It's still kind of slow. I've got, I think, 8 of these runes of dislocation. I got 2 on each of the 4 sides. So getting there, but not quite there yet. But I'm hoping that if I can get the altar to export and import from a barrel or something like that fast enough, then that will, I think that'll do me a lot better than trying to increase the storage of the altar itself. And I put this chest here just to kind of keep up with my runes and different things like that. What else? Oh, I did item filters, and basically I've got one for each of the different slates that I started using. That way I could just, I can come over here. I've got the ethereal slate. So I can literally just put in a stone, regular stone over here, and it will sit here in the altar until it cycles through all of them until it gets to that one, ethereal. Yeah, the ethereal slate, until it upgrades all the way to ethereal slate, and then the filter will finally pull it out and let it go in this box over here. So I kind of liked using the filters. The only thing you have to be careful of is not running out of the LP before it cycles through. I'm still undetermined as to whether I'm going to keep this setup. I know somebody in the forum, or not forums, I always call them forums. Someone in the comments had said something about doing a Cursed Earth spawner over it with one of the rituals. Not sacrifice. Shoot, I can't even remember which ritual it is now. But I'm not sure if I want to leave this up over top. I do have room down below that I can probably put it, put the ritual and then put the spawning area under it. I kind of like I kind of like the villagers because at 2,000 each, you can get fast mana. The problem with that is if I can get enough storage to make it worth, getting slower mana but do it over time to where it can automate kind of like a quarry does. I may go with that, but I'm not sure if I want to do it via capacity runes on the altar or if I want to do it via the dislocation, so it's faster input and output to a barrel or a tank or what have you. And I did go ahead and activate my beams. And we can go under here. And I kind of like the colors here. I did blocks of aluminum on that level. I did redstone alloy blocks there. And then the rest of it's gold. Because, well, I got a lot of gold. Or I did have a lot of gold till I did this. But that is one thing that running a quarry in the deep dark will give you, is a lot of materials. And it is about time to get that set up and running again. But anyways, the cool thing about the beacons running is I get buffs. So that's kind of cool. They're really not, I haven't really noticed that much of a difference between my Sojourner Sash. I might move a little bit faster. But I don't know. But there you go. This room, I took, I had started building a spawner in here, and then I ditched it in favor of the spawner downstairs. And let's see that spawner room. This is Mob Juice. In favor of this spawner. And if you watched, I believe it was last episode, I did a tour through this spawner, and this is working great. No complaints whatsoever with that one. And I did put another teleporter over here. But if we go back over here, I can show you. I've converted both of my liquids over to drums now. And this one was getting close to full. So I put in a new one here, and I just have it going through that drum into this one until this one tops off, and then that one will catch. But this one's my essence, and I'm up to a little over 8 million. So pretty good on that. I did take down one of my tanks that I had in here, and I figured out a good use for it. Unfortunately, I can't melt it down. I tried, I couldn't. So I started using it for decoration. And so this is going to be kind of like my little reminder to myself that if you're going to build something like an iron tank or a steel tank or whatever, don't build 5 of them, 6 of them, 8 of them, whatever, before you know that's what you're going to do. If you're going to build one, build one and see if you like it. Because now all the materials that I spent building all those tanks in there, I'm never going to use, because to me the drums are just so much more economical. Now this isn't one of the Bedrockium ones, but that's the size of it, and that's a whole heck of a lot easier to deal with than those huge tanks. But anyways, let's see what else. I think that just about covers everything for the blood magic. I do really like the way this has turned out. I think it'll look better once I can get rid of this spawner, and then I'll get rid of the tank there. I may still use it, but if I do that way, it'll be under the altar, so that way it won't be up top. And I'll probably keep the chests. I'm not sure exactly what I'll do with that. I might use like bedrock chests or something like that, just so it doesn't, not quite as bright like that, but we'll see. But anyways, I think it's certainly coming along. And one thing, I think I may have said it in the last episode, I'm not sure, but one thing I certainly recommend is the trading post. Because when you have villagers, and it's actually, I used it to kind of break up the monotony of just sitting here watching my mana levels and all that stuff. And then, you know, once it started getting low, killing villagers and back and forth and back and forth, it was nice to, you know, kind of take a pause while they spawned and go shopping. And you can pick up some pretty decent stuff. I picked up a couple of Mystcraft World pages, a couple of biomes, a couple of ore blocks, I believe, also. So definitely worth getting that. See, like here we've got silver color. Rainbow gum sapling. I don't know. I'm not spending 7 emeralds for an iron pickaxe, but there are some pretty insane ones. What else we got coming in? Clay. And okay, like right here. Paper, 26 paper for an emerald. Paper isn't difficult. Not if you've got a farm for it. Now you come over here, you get that. Bring it over here. Make some paper. Forget to talk, because I do that. And, you know, then you just come back over here, find your guy again. Was it 25 or was that a different one? Okay, that one's 26. So 25, so then you just throw in your paper and you get emeralds out of paper, out of excess storage stuff. And that's all it is. And, you know, then you stop it and you reach up here, you right click on that and kill some villagers. But like I said, it's, where's my little thing here? What am I at? 50,000. So 54,000. And I don't remember what I was at before that. Let's see. Yeah, before that I was 2,000. So that's fast mana. I don't know how long or how fast the rituals run, but I don't think they're going to run that fast. The other side to that is there's really no way to automate the Dagger of Sacrifice. So you're kind of in a catch-22. Do you want to sit here and kill villagers, or do you want to be off and about doing other stuff? Or especially if you're on a server, just leave it running, things like that. I'm not sure which direction I'm going to go. So tune in and find out. But I think what we're going to do next is get into some Thaumcraft. We're going to start scanning all the things. And I do want to go ahead and let you know, I'm going to be showing a list of things that you can scan in order that will help you get the majority, if not all, of the aspects learned. I think there might be 1 or 2 that you have to use the table. So if you give me just a second, get a couple of things together, we'll be right back and we'll get started on that. Alright, and I'm back, and had to get something to drink real quick because I don't know about anybody else, and it might be time of year or something, I don't know, but I have been having a lot of problems with sinus issues. So I apologize if there are audio issues. Please don't blame the mic. I've got a really nice mic. It's actually me that sounds like this. So my apologies. But anyways, and I hope that I've got the volume issue straightened out. If not, do let me know. You know, if there's any issues or anything like that, make sure you let me know. Because like I've said, I want to make this show a show that I would listen to. And so I actually listened to my last episode online and realized, wow, I really didn't realize I had gone like 48 minutes. I am so sorry. I really don't try to go that long. But anyways, haven't gotten any complaints yet, so I don't know. Maybe y'all like long-winded people. So I actually have a Thaumonomicon. I actually have two of them, but I wanted to go ahead and show how to make them, just in case you don't know. And I'll autocraft out the planks. Okay, not 1,000. Okay, so if you take that, you'll need a bookshelf. You'll need a stick. And you'll need 2 ingots. 2 iron ingots. Just like that. So then you're going to take the iron ingots, turn them into iron nuggets, and I really hate it whenever I shift click. Okay, so I want... Basically, you're going to make hats. Right, that's what they look like. They look like it's like a helmet, but with nuggets instead of ingots. And that will get you 2 iron caps. And don't want any more, but I do want to take and do that and turn as many of these back into ingots as I can. So there. So then you're going to take your stick and you're going to put an iron cap there and one there, and that gives you a very, very basic wand. That is pretty much the very first one, and hopefully you won't have to use it long. So then you just take your little bookshelf, place it down, get your wand, and right click. And now you have another Thaumonomicon. And what was really funny is one evening, myself, my daughter, and my wife were all playing not World of Warcraft. Well, we used to do that too. We were all playing Minecraft. It was actually, I think it was whenever we used to play the Monster Edition. And we all played together, and my wife decided she was going to do the Thaumcraft. And so she finally made it, and it was the Thaumonomicon for Mom. So yeah, it was one of those. It was probably a lot funnier when you were there, but we have good times. So one of the first things you're going to do is make some tables. And you're going to want one for your work table, your arcane work table. And then you're going to want 2 for your research table, as well as your scribing tools. Now, I don't usually make the glass vials. Normally what I do is I'll just use a glass bottle feather and something black, either dye or ink or whatever. And I have a couple of bottles. And I have a little bit of ink. Wow, it's actually feathers that I have the least of. And I'm going to go ahead and get 2 of those. And I should not have turned all of my paper. Oh, I didn't. Okay. And I'm going to want some paper. And let's see, that was done with slabs. Do that. That'll do it. That'll get me 12. And then I want planks. Was it that? Yeah. I didn't want to do that though. 1, 2, and 3. And we can throw the rest of it back up in there. Now I have to figure out where I want to do all of this. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and do it all out here. Because eventually this is going to be where my infusion altar will go. So I guess, and just for now, I'll go ahead and put this here. And I'll do that one first. And if I'm not mistaken, you just place that on there. And then when you open it up, your scribing tool's there, and then you can put in, well, that's right, you have to have the paper on you and the scribing tools. So there. Next up, we're going to place that there and get our wand and right click it. And now we have that. And our little wand is stored up in there. Let's see, the next item up for bids is we're going to want our little scan all the items device, which is some people call it a thermometer, some people call it a thermometer. I don't know. But anyways, you want 2 gold ingots, a glass block, and some type of shard. And I forgot that all of my stuff gets sorted out. So I'll just grab 2 from over here. Okay, where'd it go? There it is. And we get our gold. I know I said I don't have much gold, but 2,500 is really low considering I was up around 9,000 earlier. I did not realize I had that much ferrous though. That's odd. Okay, glass. I'm sorry, my ADD will kick in at a moment's notice. And I'm actually... while I'm here and have it all set up and all that, I'm going to go ahead and make 2 more of these. And I'll just put them right back in there because eventually we'll make the goggles, which are these right here, and I know it takes 2 of these to make that. So we've got that taken care of. Now, this I guess could be considered spoilers. So if you don't want to see an easy list of things, you might want to pause the video, stop the video. If I think about it, I'll put down in the bottom comments where you can start back. I will probably forget it, so we're close to the end. If you don't want to see this, go ahead and kill the video now. And for the rest of you, I'm glad you stayed. So, in order, and I hope I get this right. First is a torch, and then either coal or coal ore, then the grass block, and I don't understand it. Well, shoot, so much for my research. Oh, and if something moves when you right click on it, if you hold shift, then you should be able to do it. And apparently I got on the wrong list, because all of that was supposed to be in order and correct and cover majority of all of them. But oh well. And I really didn't want to put it all that far up. Okay, I want to move it up in my pack, not up in the box. And then I'll move that back down, because I want to take this stuff, throw it on the ground. Well, part of it anyways. Let's see, that is weakness. Get rid of magnet. Can't do that one. Alright, it looks like it's just going to be... No, I don't want to throw that one. I want to do that. Come back here, chicken. Even though I can't understand you, I just like chasing chickens. Alright, what else can we get here? You know something? I had these visions of grandeur that I was going to get the majority of this done in just, you know, a couple of minutes, and well, that was pretty anticlimactic. So it's, yeah, let's throw that down there. So it's going to be back to running around the world scanning all the things, and I guess that's why that's what they call it. But one thing you can do is anything you look at that doesn't come up, except for chisel. For some reason, chisel doesn't come up on a lot of things. But if it doesn't highlight something, then go ahead and try and scan it. That means you haven't yet. I've already got that. Still can't get that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Oh, already got that. I know this has got some stuff in it. And that's probably going to be pretty much the show for today. Actually pretty close to on time. Everything over here still seems to be running really well. I am getting ready to make an addition to this. Since this has done pretty well, I'm going to do half of it. So I'm going to do another setup like this, but I'm only going to do half of it. I'm not going to do both strands. I'm only going to do one strand, but I'm going to go back to the Deep Dark, set up a quarry there in addition to the one that's running in the Nether. And then I'm going to run the quarry in the Deep Dark, running off the same netherrack as we have there, because that box is full. It's maximum size. It's now everything that's going to it's getting voided, and you can see just how fast I'm throwing away netherrack. So I think I'm going to do, like I said, another setup with 5 to power the magma crucible, and then another 8 to power the ender quarry. And like I said, this time I'm going to have one set up back in the Deep Dark to get more materials coming back in. Still, I did run this for just a minute. I can't remember what it was I was doing, but yeah, I mean, I only used up 3 ingots. There was something, I don't remember what it was, but I'd done something and it was usually, oh, I remember what it was. I had made some capacitor banks, and recharging like 2 or 3 of those at one time took my supplies down, so I went ahead and just cut it on to get recharged real quick. But other than that, it's been keeping up the way it's set up. So everything's doing pretty good on that. My materials are staying up good. I did add another set of drives up there. As you can see, I got 5 more of the 64K, but I don't think anything has even gone into it yet. Let's see. Nope, those are still empty. And let's see. That one's going to stay at 35 because that one's formatted. But let's see, that one's at 20. The rest of them are full, item-wise or item count-wise, except for that one, and it's memory full. But yeah, like I said, those 5 haven't even started yet. Anyways, like I said, going to throw another quarry back down to Deep Dark, get that running, and next episode, we will be getting deeper and deeper into Thaumcraft. Some aspects of Thaumcraft I know, some of them I don't. Basically, a lot of the stuff I don't know, well, one is golems, because my wife wouldn't let me do golems because she thought they were cute, so she had to do the golems. So I don't know a lot about those, but I can get caught up on that. Any changes from 4.1 to 4.2 I may not be real familiar with, but like everything else, we'll learn it together. If you don't already know it and it's something I don't know, like I said, we'll figure it out together. If you do know it, be a little patient or leave comments. I don't mind them. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did like the episode, make sure to click like down below. If you didn't like the episode, get over it. Or actually, no, just leave a comment and let me know what you didn't like. And we'll see if we can't grow this thing together and make a community out of it. But most of all, I just hope you were entertained. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope you'll come back. I'm Jim Slate. Take care, and God bless.